Hello everyone, welcome back to another in the series of Landric Plays Hand of Fate 2. It has been quite a while since I recorded any of these. I've been relying on my backlog of pre-recorded videos, so I might be a little bit rusty this time around. So I think what we're going to do is, last episode we did some more of Mal's quest. We nearly got to the end, I think, but I think there's still at least one more card to do. So what we're going to do today is we are going to go back and we're going to see if we can finish that off and, you know, just get a little bit more practice so I'm not too terribly rusty. So we're going to do the chariot again. We're going to be going through the city, smashing some corrupted, doing some precision tasks, and I've already set up some cards that, you know, we've not seen before and some that hopefully shall help with that quest. So let's just jump right in and get started. Look at that, 50 seconds in and I'm already on a quest. That's got to be a new record. So that's right, you spin around your cards and away we go.
And so the corruption spreads across the Empire, even as it spreads across my body.
The city is lost to
This will be done soon enough.
Stop interrupting.
Our destination is merely 20 leagues from here.
The city is lost to the plague. We will not waste another soldier in this place. In the name of the Emperor, prepare to withdraw. Block the gatehouses. Let no one through. At sunrise, burn the city to the ground. So, yeah, there we go. Begin your quest. We are going to save the city from the Empire, who are going to burn it down to prevent the spread of corruption. So if we go this way, city streets, what do we find? We find some looters and not much else. Let's try this way.
Thus we see the contempt the Empire holds your kind in.
What is our kind? A careless comment in an Imperial tavern gains you some unwanted attention. A soldier pushes through the throng. Though merely a corporal, you sense his eagerness to prove himself. One of steel. The Empire has no place for honourless sellswords, he says loudly, sizing you up with contempt. Coin slaves like you are little more than undisciplined thugs. Nobody cares for your outrageous claims of heroism. You think you know how to handle that thing, do you? He continues, gesturing his weapon. I am Cassius, the finest swordsman in my company. Would you like to prove your mettle against a real warrior, or are goblins and the corrupted the limits of your time? I mean, it's one guy. How bad could this be, right? Let's accept the duel. Either this is going to be absolutely ridiculously difficult, or we're going to smash him easily. It's going to be one or the other. But there was a token shard on this card, so hey, maybe we'll get it, maybe we'll get lucky. Ah, Cassius, very drunk. Watchman can block, blah blah blah. There we go. Pow. Okay, yeah. Two hits. And he's not dead though, which is unusual for this game. So we beat him, we got some fame. Enough. Your opponent steps back, hands raised. I don't have time for this nonsense. The tavern crowd cheers your victory, and the tales of your battle are told and retold, your prowess growing with each telling. No token though. Do we have to slink away? Is that how we get it? Interesting. So if we go this way, more city streets. Oh dear, more corruption. So we can try and ambush the corrupted. And I think we'll just go for the silver one.
And the challenge
there we go.
Presents change too.
So we can remove one of them. So I need the two, of course, but you know it'll do. So we dash towards them, and if we can remove another one, then we'll only be fighting one card's worth of monsters. There we go. Easy peasy.
Nicely timed.
So that gets rid of another 3 of them, and then there's these 5 left to go. So, hammer I think is better against Empire than Corrupted, but, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully we'll pick up another weapon later on that's, I think because they're zombies, Mal. Not necessarily famous for having the most, you know, logical reasoning faculties. There we go. I mean, so far so good. I haven't played this game for a while, but I think I'm doing okay. It says moments before being torn to shreds. But no, easy fine, we can just bop them one by one, like that. If anything, these are just... sort of a speed hump, really. The combat in this, once you get the hang of it, isn't too bad. A lot of the difficulty comes from the actual sort of, I don't know, this game board, and some of the curses you can get in the later levels are ridiculous. But maybe we'll see one of those next episode. So, more corruption done, more streets. Have we found? Yeah, there we go, there's Mal's quest.
They say madness can be a blessing. Not I, however. I would never be so thoughtless.
The journey comes with some confusion regarding logistics and food. What do children even eat? In the end, you bring the mage children safely to the madman near Frostford. Their home is an ominous building with high gates, barred windows, and faint screaming coming from within. It passes as an asylum disquietingly well. Right, we'll just drop these little munchkins off and be on our way to get the cure. Mal leads the ragtag bunch to the main door before turning to you and saying seriously, "Please perform the secret knock." What secret knock? Okay, wrong. Then he pushes open the goodness sake, Mal. You are met by two tall men, identical twins, dressed in patterned nightgowns. Ira of the Vale told us you'd be coming, one of the twins says. I am Berry, and this is Merry. They call us the Madmen, but it's only a name. They shove you aside and hurry the children indoors. We're good sorts, aren't we, Berry? His twin nods as he brushes the children's hair and hands them nightgowns. Yes, indeed, but sometimes I forget we're merely acting, and I do mad things like setting the farm on fire. Keeps the rabble off our trail, though, doesn't it? Merry nods as he brings out a plate of warm, spiced breads. As the children warily settle down to eat spiced breads and butter, Merry asks you a favour. We will need your help cleaning out this place. Hasn't been an orphanage for a long time, has it? Not fit for children. The monsters in the burning room, Merry. Berry notes with cutting carrots. I think we're more suited to killing monsters than firefighting. Berry leads you down to the cellar door. It's in there. I've had to resort to going down to town to buy our pickled vegetables. They scream like banshees when I ask what blood they've pickled them in, though. This seems like a totally fine place. Berry closes the door behind you. You follow the steps deep beneath the fortress until you find yourself in an underground cave. You hear a guttural moan. Oh, it's a Terror of Blight. I mean, we're facing, like, what, 9 of those today? So this one should be no extra trouble. Just gonna bonk him on the head, and then we'll see if we have to deal with the room that's on fire. Hopefully, we don't have to, and we can just say, yeah, this is good enough. Bit of a weird cave to have under your fortress, asylum, whichever. So you're going to bonk that, and then we're just going to smash you in the spine with our big old hammer. There we go. No more monsters under the orphanage. Which is good, I think. I think we've done a good deed. You poke at the dead thing to see if it holds any treasure, but find nothing of value. Mal rubs his shoulder nervously as he gazes into the creature's cold, dead eyes. That's right, Mal is cursed with whatever corruption is afflicting everyone else, and he'd rather not become a zombie. With that dealt with, you return to the kitchen. Okay, so now let's go and extinguish the burning room. As you approach the stairs, a man in rags rushes past and barrels into an adjacent room. He peers out with mad eyes. That'd be Frida, Merry says behind you. He kept trying to climb Frostford's clock tower, so they sent him in here. He's harmless. Frida slams the door closed, then open, and then closed again. You arrive at the burning room. The room is literally on fire. Everything has been reduced to ash inside. Somehow, magic is keeping the fire contained within. Mal, what do we do? Perhaps that's the answer. He points to a chubby lizard-like creature the size of a small dog. It watches you cautiously from the corner of the room. A fire salamander. A hatchling at that. I'd have thought them long extinct. Okay. Who's a good little salamander? No, that's not good. The lizard panics, its cheeks bulge and it glances about furtively. Suddenly it banishes fire over you and your companion, singeing your hair and eyebrows. So a little bit of pain. Give us another chance. Okay, another huge failure. Excellent. Good job, us. I'm glad we're getting this event at the start, because as long as we get this token, I don't really mind what happens to the rest of the run. You've been at it for so long, the creature now appears less afraid and more bored of your presence. It sniffs around the ashes for something to eat. Okay, it's a success. It's not a huge success, but it's a success. You coo and offer cake to the fat little lizard. Intrigued, it waddles over to the doorframe, licking its lips. You notice the flames recede as it approaches. The fires have been extinguished, but the room continues to smoke and smoulder, so let's go have a look. With the salamander calmed, the flames recede and the room becomes cool enough to enter. The chubby creature clambers up your leg and snuggles into your arms and gibbers softly to itself. Aww, that's so cute. The little beast gags and convulses in your arms until, with a tiny squawk, it coughs up an item that drops painfully onto your toe. Ow. The chef's charm.
Magic. Literally.
Life received from consuming food is increased by 50%. Nice. Okay. Won't say no to that. On the advice of Mal, those ones are prone to spontaneous combustion, you release the little creature outside. Outside is a much safer place for everything being on fire. It gives your palm a warm little lick before it patters away to the cliffs nearby.
Well done.
With the problems resolved, the madman insists you stay for supper. Seated on opposite ends of a comically long dining table, you shout conversation at one another. Mal takes quickly and jovially to the shouting. How do you know, Mal? Mal stole some scrolls from the orphanage once. The bard chokes into his bowl. The madman seemed nonchalant about the transgression. You were just a boy, but it doesn't make it right. We'd like those scrolls back sometime. General calamity, isn't it, Barry? Mary shouts as he hands out chunks of bread. I wouldn't think they were so bad if only they didn't try and kill all those magic folk, not to mention what they did to those poor lizardmen, who we haven't seen since the first game. I remember, when my silk trader was a lizardman. Now they're all dead, except for the bloke hiding in the city. Weren't the lizardmen wiped out centuries ago? Barry scratches his crooked nose, at least you think he did. He's so very far away. Yes, it has been a while, hasn't it? Compliment the stew? Oh dear. Let's finish supper and get on with our, valiant and heroic quest. Or at least fix Mal's arm. After the second song, the madman politely suggests that it's time for you two to leave. The children giggle at the bard's silent indignation. So we get a little bit of fame. The door closes, your companion collapses on his hands and knees, blood oozing from his mouth. That's not good. Let's quickly rescue Mal. Secure, can't come. Stop calling me Coinslave, Mal. Alright. So, I guess there might be one more card in his quest line where we actually have to get him the cure. Okay, but for now, ambushing corrupted. And maybe we'll see some new and exciting cards along the way. And if not, we'll smash some zombies with a hammer, which is always fun. So, come on. There we go. Another one bites the dust.
Breathe, you have done well.
So, I think, because we've seen this one before, I'm not going to worry about doing what we'd need to do to get the gold token, because we already have the gold token. I'm probably just going to make a beeline for the exit. I mean, I could just let all of these zombies kill us now and try and get straight to Mal's quest, but that seems a little bit silly. So we'll just sort of beeline for the exit, and we'll see how well we do. So I'll whop you, whop you. You seemed a little tougher than normal. Whop you. There we go. You're done for as well. Smash you into tiny little pieces. Lucky we've got Mal's shield. Saved us from taking a little bit of damage there. And pow, there we go. Easy peasy, nothing to it. Alright, so that's that done. Let's, I guess, go straight for the exit now. Because we've got rid of all the corruption. Not going to worry about saving the citizens this time. Just going to smash all of the terrible zombies. We do get a blessing, or an artifact, I forget which it is. But it means we can call on some soldiers if we need them. I don't think we need them, but oh, we might as well. We've got 5 uses of it. There might not be 5 combats left. We'll see if we can get through it without losing any of our scouts. Might be a tall ask. It's a weird, creepy spire thing. wasn't all of this sort of the fault of the dealer as well? Like, he created the Blight to try and stop the Emperor, or the Usurper, as he keeps calling him. Who I'm assuming is Kalos from the first game. Oh, there goes the Terror. Let's mop up some of these ones. In fact, you know what, we'll smash this for a bit first. Can't imagine it's going to be happy. As much as an angry glowing rock can be happy. Excuse me, sir, please. Could you not? Ow. Oh, Mal's down. What happened to all of our... I swear we had some soldiers with us. Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe I clicked the wrong button. Whoops. Sorry, not that we need it. Mal's just zipping around all over the place. But at least we're mopping up these guys now. There we go. You're almost on fire. Oop, ow. Didn't really need to take any damage there, but I did. And we'll just bounce around here. Mal, what are you doing on the floor? Come on, get up. Got places to be. Which is far away from here. There we go. Bash you in the noggin. And slam you over there. We've still got our nice red handprints on our face from when we became an honorary goblin. I was kind of hoping something more would come of that quest line, but here we are. We're going to leave the old city without the citizens. Off we run. You failed to win the gold token, but that's okay, we already have the gold token. Blah blah blah. Oh. Was that? There's only one level to this. Fair enough. Oh, nice. Well, this can be a nice, quick little episode then. Rather than some of the sort of grueling 40-minute ones. Still, we're gonna see whether we fix Malk at the end of this. Malacalypse. I can never say his name properly. Anyway.
I fight for justice, not simply as I'm ordered. If this is how it must be, so be it.
There we go. At least there's one good soldier in the Empire. Somebody who won't just follow orders. You know how that can go. Because walling up an entire city and then burning it to the ground doesn't really seem like, you know, a good thing to do. So perhaps we should stop. Ow. Got slightly shot in the face there. Just keep hitting him until we get through his armor, like that. Just gonna keep spin kicking him like this. There we go. Whoop. Ow. Right, enough showing off, just hit him. There we go. All done and dusted. We'll probably have gone a little bit of the way towards getting the token from that hammer as well. It's something to do with using bash attacks against Imperials. I forget. Blah blah blah. Empire decreased injustices. There we go. Token. But importantly, there we go. So now we can get the cure for Mal. So we'll go and do that. Maybe we'll do it into one of the newer ones, just so, or one of the newer like full quests though, just so that there's something slightly more interesting than doing the same old ones again. Maybe we'll do it on the strength one, just because, you know, like we've not got the gold token on that, so if we're going to go back and redo something, that seems a sensible one to do, but that was always quite a tricky one. But then again, we've gone through so many things now, we've got so many more interesting cards, hopefully we've got a lot more armor and defense and good stuff like that. But anyway, that will have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching as always. I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.